Hey,
Oh,
you
what do you
guys.
got going over there, Polly? I have a little something going on here, but it is not the cow's back.
There we go. There's the new intro, everybody.
Oh, yeah, that was really winning. Hey, listen, welcome to the Cowsills podcast from the cow barn in a nondescript pasture somewhere in one of the squares you fly over between New York and LA. We are here and broadcasting to you. Thank you for being here.
Because the cows are lost.
The cows are lost in the pasture. Okay, here's what we're doing, guys. We're doing a lot of podcast episodes because we don't want to do any in the summer. And so to get the summer off, we got to work real hard in the spring, like squirrels, okay? Something like that. And that's what we're doing. This is our third
And
today.
that entails sometimes, yep, third today. So I had to change up. Now today is not a good visual day, but hey, business is business. So I had to do what I had to do. I've got the Uncle Buck kid hair going on. What?
I did report to wardrobe and turned my black sweater into a maroon sweater. So people would think that I changed clothes
I see that.
episodes. Okay. So
I see that you have a new costume.
We're all working hard on the illusion.
No, Paulie did not change his clothes.
No, I'm not going to change my clothes. I've decided on podcast days I'm wearing black.
Okay. It looks good with you. And by the way,
how's that sound?
Not that he hasn't changed his clothes. He has a uniform. Of course, he's changed his clothes since last Wednesday. I mean, that'd be ridiculous to think he didn't.
Oh, of course he has. I changed mine. Look.
He has a new uniform.
I might even wash this.
He might have even washed it.
I purposefully wore the same thing on the last two podcasts on purpose because I want to see if anybody's paying attention. So we find out from our listeners if that's the case. Hold on, Gladys Kravitz moment here in New Orleans.
We had a classic question at info@cowsill.com. I just remembered. And it is basically, what do you prefer? If you prefer playing acoustically, that kind of show, or do you like playing with a full band, that kind of show? Now, me and Paul think we talked about this once, but
Paul? we did, but it's interesting because there's two measures. So when we're doing our acoustic thing, it's a much you're more focused, because you're up there and there's no music going, and so you wonder sometimes, well, does the music have much to do with phrasing and how we sing things? So there's a lot more thinking and maybe not worry, but kind of like a little bit of anxiety when we're up there without the band. Okay, and so and when you have the band, everybody's going to love it. But, you don't know if the three of us, everybody's going to love it.
Yeah. And we did touch a little on it, but we didn't say what Paul just said. And I'll add another thing, which is that it becomes like microscopic, everything you're doing. Like, so as the doer, you're thinking like every time I go to change my chords, everybody's staring at my hands, and they're not.
Yeah.
But like, it's a whole different event for sure.
Also, artistically, when you do songs and you strip them down like that, it's kind of fun. You go, oh, good, the audience will hear songs how they're written. But to us, sometimes you're also hearing why we run right into the studio ASAP and record them and dress them up and arrange them. And so it's like what you get with the band.
And overdub the heck out of them.
Right.
And I don't know if you guys know, there's one more kind of thing, and I don't know if you guys have experienced it, but when we're up there, the three people, man, the monitors almost like edge me out. If we got the music going, the monitors we're grabbing, and but then when it's all down to that nitty gritty, it's kind of different for me.
It is, and it's funny because what you're begging for when you got the band, which is like something in your face, when you get that. When it's acoustic, it's like all of a sudden you don't know how to sing anymore. It's like, whoa, bring that back. You dial that down. I need to, because it's like too much. And then again, microscope, everybody's staring, listening.
In sound check with the full band, Oh, would you please give me as much as my lead vocal as possible? Okay. Without the band, it's like, would you please put that down as low as you can? It's like it's so overwhelming when there's no
Exactly.
Dude,
band. It's like seeing a
dude.
close up of you, and it's like your nose,
Yeah,
your eyes, and your forehead. It's like, back it up.
yeah.
Also, this, you guys, also this, and this is just a fact. So what, and this is what I do to my head when before I go out. I'm like, okay, when we're the band, there's like how many other people to look at, to be distracted by, to pay attention to enjoy.
Yes.
And thereby every second is right. What?
Yep.
I know everybody's looking at the kids and they're looking at Russ and all that stuff.
Yeah, because also on a show like Westerly, it's the first for one time I'm going, oh my gosh, we got to talk more. And so then you go, oh, I get now we're gonna have to make sense. Because if you talk during the band shows, you can just do Animaniac
Yeah,
nothingness and get to the next song, you know.
right.
But you start sharing stories and
Yeah,
experiences.
yeah.
Like,
Quick
We have to
calm
commercials.
be more
down.
articulate.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
calm down. Don't talk so fast. You know, it's a different show, that's for sure.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so what do we
It
got?
is. It is because
Oh,
that
I'm
can
getting a
happen
little
too.
anxiety just talking about it, frankly.
I know it's
But I
like,
do like them though. I
I
like
do
them
too.
because it's different than the regular,
But
no talking
I
rock
like it like
show.
I like a roller coaster ride, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Or I think if we did more of them, then it would become more relaxing.
well,
It
you
got
know,
relaxing actually inside there,
it's
Mhm.
inside
funny.
the show.
That has always
Mhm.
been in our arsenal, you know, the ability to, well, you can have the three of us and with one guitar, which is unique. So every time I hear like a guy like,
Yeah,
let's say John Mary's going out, or Jackson Brown, Jackson did it, going out with his guitar, do a whole tour. And I always would go like,
Jackson
oh man, we
Browne.
do that all the time. You know, it's like, because they make a pretty big deal when it happens, and it is a big deal.
yeah,
Like you go, John Mayer alone, and we know
yeah.
why it'll work. We know
They
how it
do.
works. You know, so we give him
Right.
kudos.
We're talking like it's like you trade in and out your anxieties, right? So,
Uh-huh.
oh, and also, guys, check this out. So, okay, so solo or the trio rather. So
Mhm.
trio 245s or 190. Holy cow! But with a band, oh, that's nothing.
Yes.
That's nothing. It woofs by. Whoa, are we done? What just
I know. Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
happened?
or as Paul puts it, we got to do hair now.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah. We got
okay,
to
so
do
we
hair
go
now.
from that to now we're going to go to the new anxiety, the new old anxiety of HTT, the 5 or 4 songs, and then sometimes 3, and getting that dynamic back and like getting ready to get out there like Animaniacs and think articulately, speak articulately, deliver, and all off. When rootin', shootin', tootin' moments. I mean, what the heck?
I know.
It's its own anxiety. And then at the end of the night, you have to remember everybody.
Oh, let's hear
Oh,
it
yeah,
again
I
for
forgot
little
about that. Oh my
little
God.
Anthony. And guys, hey, speaking of happy together,
All
you know,
new.
we sort of throw out, and then little Anthony's here, and little without. It's kind of a big deal that little Anthony is out with us this summer because we've never had
It's huge.
anybody.
It's not
He
such a
comes
little
in.
deal.
He comes in at 81. Okay. So already he's like, okay, he's more veterans than we are. And we're on our ninth summer. So little Anthony comes in and God bless him. 81 is at 60 shows. Okay, let's go. We can't wait to meet this guy. I think he's going to be solid and
No.
maybe hard as a rock. Or maybe we're going to think, remember when we met Howard Kalin? God bless him. When I met Howard Kalin, because he just looks like a regular old guy, I go, and I hadn't heard him sing yet. I said, God, I hope he still has his voice. And of course, he outsang all of us for years then. But little Anthony, when you talk to
Yes, he
him,
did.
we have spoken to little Anthony. He does talk like he sings. Man, I'm thinking 60 cities. I don't know, man. That kind of thing. So he's going to be smooth.
Yeah,
He's going
yeah.
to be smooth. So we can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
That's a big addition this year
You guys.
No,
because it's a real rookie.
aren't we playing with him?
It was Lakeland, Florida,
Moved.
but they moved it to the autumn. Remember, it got postponed.
Gotcha.
But we were going to meet
Yeah.
him there and talk about the
Got
Happy
It was
yeah,
on
Together
the
yeah,
tour.
yeah.
22nd of one of the months, I remember.
Yeah. And knowing what time
Yeah.
this episode's going to air. We are only 2 weeks away from opening for Mr. Brown, who has a lovely daughter, Peter Noon and Herman's Hermits, at St. Cloud, Minnesota on the 23rd. Gates open at 6 o'clock. Whitney Park. It's the uh, uh, Liberty Bank.
On the 23rd of what? I'm there.
June 23rd. Yeah, June 23rd. You can
June
catch all this.
23rd.
Go to our
Hold
website.
on.
You go to our, because, so check this out, you guys. June 22nd is our last
We're
night.
flying day of show.
Yeah, it's our last night on the Happy Together's first leg. We do 3 legs, okay? It ends the 22nd.
Right.
So everyone on the Happy Together tour is going home for a week, but we're going to make a stop in St. Cloud, Minnesota on the 23rd and play one more night. And that's good with the full band and a full show.
Just kind of because that's how we are.
Yeah. Road Warrior.
Yep. It's going to be cool. So it's not a fair. Is it some kind of function?
It's like
in Minneapolis.
It's a 50th anniversary. God, I wish I had the 35th anniversry.
Awesome.
Bash at Whitney Park. Well, all right, guys. Next episode, I'll have what anniversary and everything about the Whitney Park. What's going on at Whitney Park, which wasn't good enough for you two, in St. Cloud.
We're headed there.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gates open, and it's what's the word?
Gates open. Okay, that's a good time of the year.
That's the 23rd, and we got 60 shows out there on Happy Together. Probably no meet and greets. We're going to have to still be a tight little operation out there of 24 people on 2 buses. And I know you all understand that transition we're in to normal living, which will happen maybe 2 generations from now.
Do we know the new guys' birthdays?
Huh?
Do we know the new guys' birthdays?
What
we need to know the new guys'
Little
on the Happy Together. How are we going to get cakes and dainties?
Little Anthony? You can
ask
I need
Google.
to know. What, Paul?
You're going to ask the Google.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, look, they might not be active birthdays like mine never is on Happy Together. Paul, yours never is. We never get birthday celebrated.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know.
People, as you can tell, we have not been interrupted by a guest yet. And not that they're an interruption.
Oh.
We love when they arrive. We are in a guestless episode, so our guest today is no guest, just in case you're waiting for someone.
No guest at all. Yeah. I did want to mention when we were in Westerly, the governor of Rhode Island came to our show and actually sat in the front row for the whole thing. I was glad at that moment maybe we didn't have the band, because that band would have blown those people off off of their chairs.
It would have been loud. And that was Cara's dad, Cara, our guest.
Yes. And so that, on The Voice, this girl, Cara, she got John Legend to turn his chair for her, and she had an experience. So we're going to hear all about that. Maybe we can get some behind the scenes. Like, wow, you're kidding. Exciting. We didn't know that.
And by the way,
cool.
The episode and the guest with Cara McKee and the whole thing with the governor's daughter is actually next week's guest, because we're doing these in sequence. And if she's going to be on Tuesday, we're going to do the show.
Yes.
She'll be after us, guys. So look for her next Wednesday.
And can we?
Right.
And
exactly. That's what I told them. I said, next week we're going to do it.
We're doing it next week. And then we can talk about the citation we got.
Yeah. And between now and from the governor, people.
Wouldn't that be something if we could have people call in when she was here, other, the Voice people, and have, hey, we got somebody here on the phone for you, Cara. Here you go.
That would be really cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It's not going to happen.
No, I would like that. I don't know if she would like it. Whoa.
Let's just wait till she gets here and we'll say, hey, Cara, would you please get John Legend up on your phone? We're sure you have a phone number for him now. Bring him in on this, will you? We got a question for him, too.
We could do it that way. Holy
I saw the show, and when she got kicked off, he went to her and he goes, you call me anytime. We're going to make a record.
Oh, I love that.
So this could be the time she calls it.
Hey, remember, losing on these shows now, and this began with American Idol, is a win. You know what I mean? If you lose, it's okay. You won. You got on, and you're going to get your spike. It's like losing on. If you don't get a deal on Shark Tank, that doesn't mean you're not going to get a deal. You're there right in front of
Right.
everybody. There's a big get for her. It's a big
Listen, my
experience.
It
kids
is.
wanted me to be on The Voice.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, but you would have, because the the little bit that Kara did mention about it was that they almost had a you can't talk about things, a non-disclosure.
Oh,
You know, people
sure,
sign that
right.
to get millions of bucks, but they got to say, "Hey, I'll never speak of it."
Yeah,
Well, they
No,
have a little
Lexi
bit of that
signed.
going on.
Lexi signed something that said she couldn't even tell me that she was going on The Voice. She told me she was got an internship at a record company in LA. And like a week later called up crying, going, I'm on The Voice tomorrow night. She was all freaking out,
Oh,
because she
see?
lied to me. I'm like, wait, what? Whoa.
Let's see what that's all about.
Another Cowsill factoid is to remember that the album and vinyl release of Rhythm of the World, our
Oh,
big
that's huge.
our release is 6 months old. And as a toddler, it is now an album and a vinyl with a green disc inside that puppy and new pictures in the
Yeah.
middle if you pull the sleeve out. The lyrics are still
Yeah,
there. And the color is
you
pops a
get
little
that
more than
feel.
this. The color pops a little more than the CD, you guys. You'll see what we mean when you pick the album up. It pops a
Record
little
store
more.
day.
Record Store Day.
Yeah.
That's the official
So
title. Yeah.
yeah. So at the last show, Bob brings, or maybe it was even the cruise, but Bob brought the vinyl. So the vinyls go to his house and he brings them out to us. Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I got this vinyl and I looked at Louis, I go, man, we don't even have a record player. But that's
Right.
easy enough to deal with, right? And so I got the vinyl and I got the record player, put it on, and I gotta tell you something, it was so weird because as soon as the record started playing, I had the album in my hand and I was pulling the sleeve back out, because I got the record out of the whole thing and then pulled the sleeve out. And man, if I wasn't back like at 19 years old, it almost felt like eating, that feeling of opening this thing up and immediately looking and reading. Immediately. You're not even listening, really.
And you know what, Paul? Yeah, he's
You're
right.
making me
You
cry.
got these albums back then, and not only that, but there better be something in there interesting, or you're going to get down on the artist. They're putting out a cheap cover. You pull it out, man, and if a book came out or any kind of pictures, any kind of gift, the lyrics were a gift back then. And you listen to the song, you're
Or
reading
special
every
info
line.
about the band. Like I remember the first time Elton put out an album and he had little squares of Nigel and of, and we were like, oh my God, it's the band. Holy shit. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It was exciting. It was the first time we all had ever seen Elton's band.
Our live album, a picture of us in those wigs and hair dropped out of our live and concert album when we put that out. That had an insert in it. Yeah, it did. It was a gift in the record album.
Yep.
It was cool.
I didn't know that.
And Captain Sad, that had a cool open.
Oh, if they opened, that was like bonus time.
It did. That was a fabulous package.
Oh my God. But you know
what?
If
you think about it.
Our stuff was cool. Even, go ahead, Bob.
Totally. Now,
even that first album was cool, how it opened up and that whole big family photo. And
Right.
And just so the folks
I was trying to think of, and then Captain Sad did that. And did 2x2 open up?
Yeah.
It did?
It did. It had that whole big, like everybody we knew in the whole world.
Yeah,
and then
everyone was inside the
show. Corwin Travers.
Right. It did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And so On My Side was single, right? On My Side.
Yeah.
And We Can Fly.
Yeah,
I think those are the only two.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's see. Yeah, the best of was not. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
We came out of the gate.
Had 3.
We came out of the gate with an open up. The first album To the Dinner Table opened up.
Yeah, we did. We were cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Go Cowsills.
Well, that's cool.
Here's what we do.
I was gonna say.
Here's what I'd like to ask you guys. I really want my bike this year on Happy Together. Now, last year we didn't do it because it was the first real full summer after COVID. We're going to be out, and there's 62 dates. That's a lot.
Depends on if we keep a bus.
I agree.
If we have 3 different buses.
Oh, that was the other reason.
Yeah, the big reason was that.
I forgot about that.
And Ron never sent it out. So,
I forgot about that. Thank you
yeah.
for
Something we can fire
reminding
off and
me.
ask about.
Okay, because really, I really missed it
Can we ask Ron about it, or can't we ask? Is there going to be one bus this summer?
about
Would they
the
know that?
bus, about buses.
Oh, yeah.
You
We could
guys,
ask that.
you
Or you
guys, you
could,
want me to text him right now in real podcast time and say,
Sure.
Ronnie, are we one bus or three this summer? And say we're on our podcast and we're
Yeah.
asking. All right.
Everyone's
everybody
calling
wants to
in.
know.
Okay, I'll do it right now. Ronnie Hossie.
Tell them all
Ron
the
Ron,
lines are
because
lit
it
up. People
is a
are
The other
year
thing,
ago.
wanting to know.
the
I'm
other
going to
thing
send him a
about
picture of us, guys.
the other thing about the bike
Smile for
is
Ron,
that
y'all.
Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you.
um, it could go in the trailer. It could fit in the trailer.
They
Now,
stay
as
with
soon as you
that.
say that to Ron, he's not going to want that because
No,
it's,
he's
the
not.
gear. And, there's going to be new people moving the gear.
See, maybe I
Probably,
should call Jason first.
Yeah,
But
say
first,
that
I'm
to
just going to ask
Jason.
Ron about the bus situation
I'm
right
just
here,
curious,
like
do we have the same
live
bus all summer?
news.
Do we have the same bus all summer? That would be so cool.
Hi, Susan. He said, oh,
All right, good.
Ron, comma,
Hey, should
are
we get back to
we
the
one
mom?
bus or three? Question mark.
Remember we were talking about mom? We should let's get Susan.
Yeah. Let's go back to that.
We can't have
yes,
people
you
waiting
guys
for
are
Ron
up.
to respond. We got a couple of sibling comments
No,
from
no.
Paul. Maybe we could do. We can gripe.
So, Bob, it goes like this. So, this is a sibling study. A study found that having an older sibling was linked to better mental health than having a younger sibling.
Well,
Oh.
how does that explain the mess I ended up being in?
And what do they say about six older siblings?
Well, and then they're showing the Wilson brothers.
But
Okay,
Oh,
underneath
okay.
that.
but
So,
but by having Bill as an older brother, I just witnessed behavior I shouldn't do to attract that kind of reaction, from your father, which is very instructive. I'm not
well,
saying
then
Hold on,
maybe
I'm calling Ron on.
that's exactly what I think it's saying here. Is
I
like
think it is, yeah.
people who have crazy older people, they try not to be like that. Like,
Well,
you don't want to be like our parents. Jesus.
that may have worked all the way
Hey
up to
now.
divorce.
Okay, so there was a fun one. Older siblings tend to have slightly higher IQs than their younger brothers and sisters.
I disagree.
Look at
I
you.
disagree. And guess what? Bill's not here
Okay.
to Bill's not here to contest it.
What?
I disagree. They say that a girl who's born seventh in a six-boy, one-girl family is not listened to by the top four brothers at a minimum ever.
I would say it was true. Hey guys, casters, and us. Ron is bubbling with an answer about the one or three buses, and I'm now asking if I can have my bike. And he knows we're on here. I sent him a picture. He goes, "Oh, cool picture." So he knows what's going on. Keep going. Same two buses and a couple of rental cars is the answer.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I love it. So we get the same bus, guys. This is good news. Yeah.
It's identical.
Folks, a couple of rental cars means that's probably Gary Puckett. Okay, that's a rental car. Troy, I think, does rental car. Troy, rental car. And that
Right.
means we get the same bus. Susan, you may decorate
Yeah,
your
but I thought they drove together. So maybe little Anthony.
Hmm.
I just said to Ron, thank you for joining us today.
All right.
So much fun.
Hey, little Anthony might say,
I
I'll
think
take,
little Anthony's looking
I'll
for a
take one of
car.
those rental cars. Yeah, who knows? I don't
I
know.
think he will.
may
That's
like-
all I'm thinking.
He may like the old way of doing it. He may respond to that. So who knows?
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out because you know what? We won't be on the outside looking
Looking
in. We're gonna be on the
No.
inside.
You guys are getting in early, so you guys are gonna, Bob. When you get there, you're in charge of getting our closet
The
on
closet
the bus.
is important.
If I'm
And
first
Susan,
to get
you're
the
in
bus,
charge of making sure we all get our bunks because
Our
you guys
bunks
are going to be
I think
there.
our bunks are solid, but I am
Can I-
worried about
can I-
closets.
Can
I'm
I
not going to
remind you
be able to
something?
be there till 11 o'clock at night.
Can I remind you something? As I recall,
Yes,
I
please.
believe the buses arrived the next morning, I sort of remembered, not the night everyone's arriving. I thought they arrived the next morning and we got wind of it and got down there right away. I remember, but I could be wrong, but I think
You
because
know we did.
I don't remember a
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
approach to the bus when it got there. I remember it being daytime and we're going in to capture our territory,
Yeah.
you know? I
Yes,
don't
yes.
know, but you're right, Paul. Those
yeah,
buses are there. Forget, don't worry about it, man. We're in it. We'll get the closet space right up.
yeah,
We know what we want. Because you don't want to
yeah.
come in and
We
say,
do.
"Hey, step aside here. We're the number nines here, ninth summer. What's how many have you? Oh, two. Oh, we'll have this
No,
spot."
we want to be loving and receiving while getting our closet
Absolutely, absolutely.
space.
All right.
I mean,
So,
Well,
I feel that little Anthony's going to a hotel guy, so he won't need all that
oh
closets.
no, he
Hotel
won't
guys
live in
don't
it.
need the closet space. It's space.
Yeah, yeah, he
yeah,
won't
I don't
live
think
in
we
it.
have a problem with closets.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Because he's not going to live on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll carry his
Wow, you
stuff.
guys. I sure hope we have a DVR though, so we can tape our favorite shows this year. That's going to be important.
He
Hold on.
should.
Ronnie. I'm just kidding.
That's an extra $30 a month or a week or
Hey,
something.
there's a quick
Well, who
question
wants to
from
chip in? I do.
this. I love questions like this because you can't answer them.
Yeah.
So far, who has been your favorite guest on the podcast? It's like, all right, kids, line up. It's like, who's going to pick the best one? What would I
Yeah,
say?
right.
We should have categories.
Well,
Yes.
I'd like to talk about the summer, the heat, the outdoor shows, and what's the plan?
Okay. Introducing Susan with segment 3 of the Cowsills podcast, no guest episode. With the segment is about Susan. Run that by us again, please. The heat, the
The
summer, and
fair,
outside shows.
the heat,
Okay.
correct.
Take
It's
it
like
away,
they're in the park
Susan.
and other things, only different.
Take it away, Susan.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. I just wanted to bring attention that as of late, when we have these overheated outside shows, sometimes at the state fair, a little taxing on our bodies, our peoples. I think our outfits sometimes do not lend that outside event. And what are we doing about it actively this summer for our good health? Polly, you look like you got an answer.
Going with the Hawaiian shirt. Not so Hawaiian necessarily, but just like Bob, that
The
shirt you have.
summertime shirt.
I really
Yeah.
like
That
that dark blue shirt with the little wispy
The wings on it.
white leaves or whatever. They were really kind of gray.
Wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where I'm going to go. That's what I'm going
Okay.
to do. It worked great on
That's
the
my
cruise.
shirt.
I was not
Whoa,
too hot.
Whoa, that's my shirt.
What?
That's my shirt. You can't have
Yeah,
that
I know,
shirt.
but I'm going to
That's
get
what he
one.
was saying.
I'm not going to get it identical, but I'm going to go with a darker shirt with
Okay.
some, whatever I'm going to put on it, like you have. But
Is
it's
this
not going
so this will be our first
He was
our first no vest summer. True?
right. And
to
Polly
outside.
Polly
Outside.
was saying not
just
so
for
much
outside.
Hawaiian, not so much Hawaiian, but outsidey,
I
Yeah.
didn't think we looked Hawaiian
Fun.
on the cruise.
like you were
Outside. Just stay cool.
Yeah.
Like Indiana, Kentucky. All those places are
Yeah.
outside. When they're hot, that tie and the whole getup is
I
killing
know
me.
what-
Listen.
okay, I'll have my blue and t-shirt under it look for the outside shows. Got it. I like that.
That's what we're talking about, Brother Bob.
I mean, the only thing that I might change, and I don't really know, is either take that tie off or keep wearing the tie.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. All right. And you too,
So-
Susan. Take care of yourself.
Oh, I got this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear a Dorothy
unbuttoned.
Lamour like sarong.
Yeah, Dorothy Samorn. Wrong.
Like in the
By
By the
road
way,
shows.
we do want everyone to
Um,
know we will have Rhythm of the World CDs out with us this summer on the merch table. It'll be the first summer we've done it.
Yes.
We're coming with that. And
Yep.
if you want to look for it there, you can look for that.
Yep.
And it will be with us. And the other good stuff.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to find out what Ron's selling. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. And this will take up some good time and we don't have to tell jokes or something. But what we're going to do is,
Okay.
hey, everybody. Now we can do it one or two. We can do Jim's thing. You can do Jim's thing if that's what we think. Or we just come right out and just go, hey, everybody, make sure you get that Happy Together t-shirt, do his thing,
Oh, okay.
say
Say
his
that
stuff, and then
first.
right at the end go, hey, we got a new CD out there as well.
Yeah.
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 You're
I like it.
Yeah.
smart.
I like it.
And get whatever he's got out there, we're going to sell. And then we'll go,
Yeah.
yeah, and everybody's got stuff. Hey, we even got a new album.
Good stuff, Polly.
Okay. We can do
Yeah.
that.
Smart,
So
smart,
that's what
wicked
we're going to do.
smart.
Let's see what else.
Yeah.
I just sent the text to Ron that we'll pay for recordability on our TV on the bus. We'll chip in and pay. Just send that.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect.
He knows we're on the podcast, so he might feel a little pressured to answer differently.
Oh, well. Oh,
Public, yeah, he knows.
it's funny. He'll be looking for it and he won't find it until a week and a half down the road or something. So we can say anything we want right now.
I have a funny feeling Ron is not out looking for our podcast, even if he's in it. He doesn't have time for such falderall.
Yes. You know what I liked? I saw that we were headed to the Cape. We're going to Hyannisport again and doing those tents again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where before we'd only do one of those tents. We never do both of them, but now we are. I love those shows. Love them.
We do too. Beautiful too.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful up there.
A lot of people don't like the in the round, but we get a kick out of it, I think, Those they're all in the round.
Yeah, I like in the round. It makes the show go by quick. Everything's like, ho, ho, ho.
Gotta be on your toes.
And of course, if you do repeat, which is fun, you see somebody and go, hey, I saw you before. Hey, this is my second time through.
Fun. People point at you too, like you're in the circus.
I recognize you. Kind of like we don't know we're spinning.
So how about them Saints, y'all? I'm just kidding.
We thought we'd have time to get into some mom stuff, but I don't know if we have enough time. And should we wait for a John episode to mom?
Yeah, we should wait for John. Tell me about the Saints. So what is it?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Oh, Jesus. Well, I thought it was going to be something.
No, I mean, I know I don't know. Are there any? I mean, is it football
Susan,
season? What?
So how many shows do you have out in front of you?
Me coming up?
Yeah, before the Happy Together, how many are you doing?
I have one more on the 29th, but 2 rehearsals for it.
Oh,
so
okay.
3 in my head. But we got 3 musical moments. Then there's 4 with the Continental Drifters, but one of them, thank Jesus, is only an hour. Because it has to. Because with the Drifters, as Bob pointed out, he asked me, are these 4-hour nights? Because that's what the Drifters usually do.
Right.
But I think we only do one of those one night at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's cool. So the Continental Drifters, for anybody who's in town, we will be at the Jazz Fest on the last Sunday. We will be at the Chicky Wawa on the last Sunday that night. We will be at Jimmy's on one night. So go look. And Russ has 23 gigs to his own little self.
When we love Russ, as he is our brother, but we're not going to promote 23 performances by Russ Broussard. He's going to have to get his own podcast and website.
Oh, just my stuff.
Go to it.
Just my stuff.
Oh, okay. But
Susan, do you know what stage you're playing on as the Continental Drifters?
I believe it's called the Gentilly stage.
Oh.
And you guys, check this out. Tom Jones is headlining.
Oh, wow.
That's not unusual.
Oh, my God. What's new, Pussycat?
He's played Jazz Fest before. He's so good, and he does with his son. His son is his musical director. He picks his band, and they always kick ass.
Yeah. I think, was it Stevie Nicks at the Gentile stage?
Yeah.
Gentilly stays all across Jazz Fest. Gentilly
I think so, yeah. So that's going to be very exciting and fun. And
yes,
love the reunion.
Tons of fun.
Tons
of fun.
And then I get 3 weeks to recover to get to HTT, so that's good.
I have a lot of farming to do before I leave.
Yeah, we have nesting.
Bob, how's Kirby?
Kirby is out of hibernation and eating watermelon. And just recently, and that's a turtle, everybody.
Yes, I would think so. Springtime.
We do have autumn and winter work coming, but we're kind of tired to tell you about it all. And we're just going to tell you every week till then.
Can't. It's big magic.
Well, you want to do your business.
And
Flower Power Cruise. Yeah, Flower Power Cruise coming up next in
Yes,
2024.
yes, yes. We're hoping on. Yep, we're definitely signed up for the 60s. We're looking maybe get another cruise or something. We'll see. I don't know if we can really talk about the Flower Power 70s.
Supporters of the Cowsills going on a 70s cruise, here's your justification. Okay. Our last two albums were in 71 and 72 on London and MGM. The Partridge Family was in the 70s. So there's one of our cover tunes for the show. I think I love
Oh,
you. You know,
and
we
I'd like to get to know you. Okay.
so we
I
belong on
really
the
want to know
70s
you.
cruise. So if
So
you want to
do
write in and Alan, please bring the kids on this one. We want them to go for it. Why not? We kind of brought it up
Now
and
do that.
yeah,
That's a grand idea,
it was
Robert.
cool.
Because
It was
I see
cool.
Karen Carpenter, Linda Ronstadt, Carole King in my future.
Oh
We've
wow, yeah,
only
right.
just
Right?
Wow, there
begun.
That's
were a
how
lot
I
of
would roll
acts
it
in
out.
the 70s.
That's how I'd
Paul's gonna
roll.
do
Yeah,
Billie
yeah.
Jean. Paul,
Little
you can
Captain and
do.
Tennille. Love,
Oh,
love will keep us
that might be fun.
together.
Oh, people are gonna love it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we
just
talked about
saying.
this earlier. Remember, we had Elliot Easton of the Cars on, and we're going to do "Let the Good Times Roll"
Let the good
as
times
a
roll.
as a
That will be our
70s
car
Yeah,
selection.
yeah.
melody
Yes,
on the
yes,
70s cruise.
yes.
You
It's going to
can't
be
miss
So,
that
fun if
Elliot
that's what
Easton
happens.
one. That's a good one, Elliot. I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that
Elliot, yeah,
guy.
that was super fun. They're all
I
fun,
love.
man.
So everyone, lots of guests coming. We're going to go.
Ooh,
We love visiting with
Guestzilla.
you. It was great. If you have any guests that you know would like to be on the show, send them our way. We'll get them on, see what they have to say, what their story
Yeah, or
is.
requests. You want us to go find people. Yeah.
That's
Listen,
right.
just our
And
last two guests, guys. Our last two guests,
yeah,
Chris Carter and Elliot Easton. Did you hear the names that these people
Elliot Easton.
hobnob with? It's like they blow my mind. You know, then Elton came in, and that
crazy.
it's
I'm
crazy. We
Yeah.
hobnob so much.
yeah, I'm sitting between this guy and that guy. Wow. Yeah,
All right, brother.
crazy.
I
All right,
love you.
kids.
All
Love
right,
y'all.
guys. We'll have
Love, love,
next
love.
guest will
Love, love,
be
love,
Karen
love,
McGee.
love,
Then
love, love,
yes,
love, 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 love,
love,
love, love,
love,
love, love, love,
love,
love, love,
love,
love, love.
love, love. Goodbye, everybody.